Thank you, Nishtha. So once again, an excellent conference. In a way, some of the presentations were like eye-openers for many of us. But today's theme, this UDA and SAGAR, I thought I will go back to the simple basics. Because sometimes when we discuss about details, we tend to miss the fundamental basis why we are doing it. Now, when SAGAR was being discussed, there were different forces which were trying to pull the whole concept one way or the other. And basically, there were three major forces. And these were the economic benefits, and the economic benefits coming in conflict with two potential other forces: security and sustainability. Yes. The primary goal, SAGAR, security and growth for all. In fact, I remember at one point, just to simplify what we had in mind, I said it's nothing but the slogan, Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. Yes. If you translate that concept to the ocean space, it becomes SAGAR. Yes. The primary goal of society is what? I have said it on many occasions in the past. I will say it again. It's basically good life, isn't it? We are seeking good life for our people. And for that matter, every country, every society is seeking good life for the people. Yes. Now, the good life, in fact, primarily comes through access to economic resources and the capacity to harness those resources. If you have access to resources, and if you have the capacity to harness those resources, then it automatically creates a pathway to prosperity and good life. Yes. But I wish, the world was as simple as I'm trying to say. Yes, it's not as simple. This whole pathway then faces a lot of challenges by way of options and conflict. And those I will categorize, to keep my argument simple, in two categories. One is the conventional security threat. For example, if a war breaks out, nobody will talk about sustainability. Nobody will talk about the goals of prosperity. When war breaks out, all the bets are off. Yes. Therefore, SAGAR basically is a peacetime effort for preventing conflict. Can we prevent conflict? Because prevention of conflict, in my view, is equivalent or even more than winning a conflict. Because for winning a conflict, still you suffer damage and loss. But for prevention of conflict, you avoid both these, but you achieve your goal of prosperity and good life. Now, how do we prevent? I will not go into the naval part of it because this has already been discussed in very great detail. The conventional security issues, be it the warfare, be it piracy, be it human trafficking, weapon trafficking, drug trafficking, all kinds of things, right? That is one part. Now, in my view, when it comes to domain awareness, that domain is much better understood. That domain is much better understood because it is mostly on the surface of the sea. And today we have technology which can provide us eyes and ears to see what's happening on the surface of the ocean. And as a result, we see the red flags with a greater ease. And as a result, we are able to prevent. Yes. but a much deeper problem in my view. Today, if you want, we could have gone into details of, the conventional security threats and how, our effort at, domain awareness could help prevention. The bigger challenge for us is the sustainability conflict or sustainability disruption, which also has an important aspect of security, in fact. Now, how do we prevent these conflicts? Because these conflicts occur in time and space. It occurs in that space and time, right? Now, if we do not understand the space and time, we would not have the capacity to prevent potential conflict or disruption. Now, that is SAGAR, which means what? The best way out to prevent a conflict is cooperation, which means shared prosperity, shared efforts. And that is at the core of Indian policy, right from the beginning, in fact. We offered to our partners everywhere, not only neighborhood, but even beyond, right from the beginning, that, okay, if we have certain capabilities which you think could help you, we will be more than willing to share that capability with you. Now, once you are willing to share your capability and capacity with your partners, that generates the mutual trust. And mutual trust is the strongest tool for avoidance of conflict. The conflict arises when the trust breaks down. That is SAGAR. Security is growth for all. Now, if all are involved, it is based on the foundation of cooperation, working together, teamwork. And especially when it comes to the ocean affairs. In ocean, both the opportunities and challenge are cross-border. The ocean doesn't respect borders. So if there are opportunities, they are cross-border. If there are challenges, they are cross-border. And as a result, the solution or the prevention of conflict also needs to be cross-border. And that is at the foundation of SAGAR. Wherever we go, be it the Indo-Pacific construct, or now the Mahasagar concept, or even a larger global thing, basically our approach is, if you're able to cooperate, you will be able to prevent conflict. Yes? So when it comes to the sustainability part, underwater, because in oceans, a lot of potential conflicts take underwater. Now, if a process is visible to us, we can see it, we can hear it, we can touch it, it's much easier to find a solution in avoiding conflict. But the underwater domain is something which is neither visible to us, nor is audible to us, nor strictly speaking is touchable, and we can't even touch, feel it. It's beyond a feeling. Yes? And that is the effort, Arnav, which you are doing in a smaller scale. It can't be a global scale, for God's sake. Because most of when we talk about oceans, most of those conflicts arise in a localized manner, in a regional manner. There is nothing called a global conflict which will occur tomorrow. Yes, this is a very rare phenomenon. It may occur on land. Yes. So these are localized regional conflicts. For example, when you hear about the potential of AMAC collapse or ACC collapse, now these are regional phenomena, right? So, in fact, I read a report which says even the impact of global health or impact of ocean health on global warming is also localized. It is not one fit all. Certain regions will feel or face much greater threat of climate change vis-a-vis other regions. Now, if the problem and disruption is localized, I am sure the solution will also have to be localized. We have to find that understanding within those locations and then understanding the domain for suggesting a solution for avoiding a conflict. Now, these are basically the building blocks. You see, a large building can collapse when a block is taken out. Yes? Now, for building those blocks, we must understand the space. And for understanding the space, we need to do what MRC is doing. Understand this space, create those building blocks of solutions, and go and tell people, look, we have the information. These are the building blocks for avoiding conflicts. You agree? We are willing to share with you. You don't agree, too bad. Yes? We have no magic wand of saying, all right, today onwards, everybody will listen to us. They will not, they may not. But does it prevent us from saying what is right? We at a smaller level will keep working on these aspects. Keep telling others what we think based on empirical data. What is right and where are the potential red flags for conflict? And also telling that this is the capacity we have which can help prevent those conflicts. You think you trust us, take it. You don't trust, forget it. Yes? So cooperation cannot be forced, because if you force it, it's not cooperation. Cooperation is an agreement amongst the willing. But the willingness depends on your goodwill of truthfully sharing your capabilities and capacity. And that is at the foundation of India's Development Assistance Program, DPA, Development Partnership Administration. It's all right, you come over, it's a democratic open country. Look at us, what we do, what we have. If you think there is something useful, we are willing to share with you. And this is precisely the basis of what MRC is doing. It's an open book. Okay, if you think there is something useful for you, we are willing to share with you. Right? So I think we should really continue working with this idea in mind, that the ultimate goal is welfare of people. These are all the means of that goal of welfare and good life, right? Now, good life cannot be imposed on anyone. You want to take it, take it. You do not want to take it, don't take it. Thank you very much. Yes, with these words, I stop. Yeah, I really appreciate what you all are doing. And we have to project this as building blocks to a larger solution to conflict avoidance. Yes, thanks a lot.